Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Seditious Saturday. Today we're going to be talking about bread. Well, I'm not going to be talking about bread, but Miriam is. So grab a cup of coffee and join us. As you can see, I'm wearing a jacket today. First day. It is 46 degrees this morning. Whoo-wee! That's a bit brisk. That's okay. I don't mind the cold weather. It's not too bad. Anyway, without any further ado, we're going to hop right into it. So, enjoy.
Hey friends, today I'm going to teach you something you can use for your entire life. Something that will seem fancy, but everyone should know how to do it. And it's not difficult at all, turns out. Especially if, like me, you have a KitchenAid mixer with a hook. But even if you don't, this is not difficult to do by hand. In a word, I'm going to teach you how to make simple and delicious bread. And, best part, it's quick. So you start with 5 cups of flour, regular, all-purpose. Please get unbleached flour. You can also mix half and half whole wheat, or do all whole wheat. That works just fine as well. You start with your 5 cups of flour, 1 1/2 tablespoons of yeast. Pro tip, I store my yeast in the freezer. Keeps it fresh for a whole lot longer. Just pull it out whenever you need it. Another thing to do is buy it in bulk. Around here we have Mennonite stores that we can buy things in bulk, but you can also buy it online or whatever. It's just a lot cheaper per serving. 2 teaspoons of salt, just regular old table salt. 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I have the phone resting on my canister, so don't mind the nose shot. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Hope that wasn't too loud. Let's see, flour, yeast, salt, sugar. I actually take a whisk and just kind of mix it all together at this point. This is so easy because you don't have to do anything special. The yeast goes straight into the flour. Easy as can be. I was gonna say easy as pie, but this is a whole heck of a lot easier than pie. Then you're gonna take, these are 2 cup measure. You just want warm from the tap water. 2 cups of that. I guess I should have gotten all this stuff ready in advance so you didn't have to watch me assemble it, but that's all right. Another thing I do, it's just something that I do, is, ooh, I'm so sorry. My mixer attachments got stuck. I use my paddle attachment for the first part of the dough. It's just faster. And this whole thing is already so fast, but I'm all about being even faster. Sorry, I hope that's not super loud. Just put the mixer running on low and just pour in your water. And then last but not least, we're gonna add a tablespoon and a half of olive oil to this whole mixture. And it's not precise. I do the tablespoon and then I just use it again and eyeball half. Make sure you get a nice up close view of my olive oil bottle. And then you just let it do its thing. You're gonna mix it in here until the dough forms. Once the dough is kind of pulled together like this, you're gonna shut it off, remove the paddle attachment very carefully. It's a little sticky at this point. Also, I had my hair down a second ago. I strongly recommend putting your hair up if you have long hair like I do while you're cooking, because, well, there's 2 reasons. One, no one wants hair in their food. the other one is, if, like me, you have a gas stove, it's just the right length. I have numerous times caught my hair on fire. So 0 out of 5 stars, do not recommend. At this point, your dough might still be a little sticky. Just eyeball it. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. Just add maybe half a cup of flour or so. All right, it's good. This is how it should look when it is fully done. So, wait, this is awkward. Let's take that down. Got the dough hook. If you were paying attention, sorry, I'll just set it down again. If you were paying attention at the beginning of my video when I said 5 cups of flour, I realized that I only had 4 cups of flour in. So don't mind me. I had to add another cup. All right, so this is what your dough should look like. It's like slightly tacky. It's a little sticky, but not super sticky. It has, I don't even know how to describe it exactly. It's dry, but not super dry. It's elastic. The best way I can describe it. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If you're not used to making bread, it might not make a lot of sense, and I apologize, but you can kind of see as I work with it. It doesn't stick to my hands, but it's also not super stiff. Got a nice, it's like my belly. I take a bread knife because it's easier, it's serrated. Cut it, eyeball it, cut it into 2 pieces. I'm gonna take it immediately, you don't have to wait for a rise or anything. Just immediately kind of take it and shape it into a loaf. See how that is? Just a loaf. Easy peasy. It's rustic, no big deal. Laid out flat, do that with each one. All right, your loaves are formed and they're here on the Silpat. You can also grease a pan, but I do this because I don't have to wash a pan then and it doesn't stick. They're kind of formed out and you just kind of flatten it a little bit with your hand. Makes the loaf a little less tall and round. You just kind of flatten that sucker out. And then you're gonna take your serrated knife, just kind of cut along there, just, you know, as the spirit leads, use your imagination. It's not rocket science, it doesn't matter. You're gonna take a towel, and I'm trying to do this one-handed to show you how. I just take a clean dish towel and lay it over my bread. I've already got some bread in the oven actually, so, but at this point, if you didn't already have your oven on, you're gonna turn your oven on to 350 degrees. Just leave it sitting on top of your stove. Make sure your burners aren't on, obviously. And it will just, the heat will help with the rise. All right, once the 25 minutes are up, you're going to take off the towel, and these are your risen loaves. 25 minutes rise. Now, since the oven is all preheated as well, you just take that sucker and pop it into the oven. Set the timer for 25 minutes. And let the magic happen. Let me show you how it looks after 25 minutes in the oven. All right, so that's a little light. We're gonna put it in for another 5 minutes and see how it looks then. Alrighty guys, she's done. This is how it looks. Bake it for 25 minutes. I put it in for another 3 or so because I like it a little bit darker, but that's it, that's simple. I'll grab a pen if you want the recipe. I'm gonna read it off for you real quick because I should have it memorized, but I don't. 5 cups of flour, 1.5 tablespoons of yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 cups of warm water, 1.5 tablespoons of oil, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Mix it all together in one bowl or use a mixer. Knead it till it's elastic. Let it rise for 25 minutes. Bake for 25 minutes and you're done. You have fresh homemade bread and it's delicious.
Alrighty folks, there you have it. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us today for Seditious Saturday. And go make some bread. You can do all that stuff without power equipment. You don't have to have a power mixer or anything like that. It takes a little longer, a little more elbow grease, but it is doable. It's been done for literally thousands of years. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up. Share these videos if you think they're cool. Go ahead and share them around with your friends. And let's get the word out. Thanks so much, guys. Stay prepared.